Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining me at this time. Now, first of all, talking about MOGSEC 2014 itself, how has the response been so far from the exhibitors itself? Maybe we can share about the attraction of the MOGSEC this time around, because this is the second season, right?
Well, MOGSEC originated in 2012. We ran it for the first time September 2012, and we had quite a small hall at KLCC. We took the decision based on the response from 2012 to run it again in 2014, and we've now expanded the show by almost 30%. So we're occupying 4 halls of KLCC, and obviously that speaks volumes of the response that we got from the exhibitors at 2012, and so we received the mandate to make it a series of exhibitions. So now you will see MOGSEC return on the 23rd of September at KLCC, well, next week now. So we only get the mandate to run the show with a very positive response from the exhibitors in 2012.
I think the key thing to note why the response has been so good as well is that it is the only exhibition conference in Malaysia that actually is uniquely dedicated to the Malaysian oil and gas players. So, you know, to have an exhibit in MOGSEC, you have to be a Malaysian-based company. And that's why, you know, we are promoting that Malaysia is a hub for the services for the region. And it's interesting that MOGSEC actually gives that platform. It is organized by Malaysians, you know, and the exhibitors are Malaysians, and even the events that are going to be carried out at MOGSEC will also be by Malaysians.
And what is the target for this year, MOGSEC 2014, compared to the previous one?
Well, we want to make it more successful. We want to increase the number of visitors. We've obviously increased the number of exhibitors. We're very pleased to be working with Matrade again, who are bringing in 22 overseas buyers to the exhibition, so that adds value to the whole experience. We have an innovation centre jam-packed full of exhibitors giving talks. We're very grateful to Petronas, who will be giving some talks every day. We have the support of MPRC and MIDA, and this year Telecom Malaysia will be our official telecommunications sponsor and partner. So you can see that moving on from 2012, we really garnered a lot of interest from various stakeholders, and so the aim of MOGSEC 2014 is to build on the success of 2012, add more value, bring in more relevant visitors, and then move it on to the next stage in 2016.
Yeah, and to add to the Innovation Centre, in fact, it was today that we were informed that the Innovation Centre is packed with activities already. There's no more left, it's full. But we also have a conference going on as well, which is actually run and organized by the oil and gas sector working groups. And these working groups are made up of our own local players who are interested in the particular sector of their business. And they are going to be running the conferences and talking about the challenges in the oil and gas industry. And that's why, as I said earlier just now, this is really a showcase for Malaysia and Malaysian players to show that Malaysia can be a regional hub for oil and gas services. You have the local-based exhibitors. You have the Innovation Centre, where the local players are showcasing and promoting their own capabilities. And then you have the conference where it's being conducted, discussions are being conducted by the local players to address challenges on their own particular sector. And as Alan just said just now, Petronas is playing a key role as well, because at the Innovation Centre they're also going to give talks especially on how to enter the local oil and gas industry. So it's like a package, you know, to showcase what happens in Malaysia and how we can serve the region.
I want to talk about the oil and gas sector from the local perspective. The challenges first. Now, the oil and gas sector, we are facing the shortage of human capital, skilled human capital. Maybe you can discuss about that. Will this be a topic in the conference itself?
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up. At the conference itself, the training working group will be talking about the shortage of human capital. And on top of that, we are also inviting, which is actually organized by MPRC, students from universities, arranging for universities to send their students over, because first we like to show to them that the oil and gas is an exciting career for the students themselves to choose in the future. And then we like to expose that, and of course, what we like to expose as well to the other non-oil and gas players as well, who will also be visiting the exhibition, what it's all about, to show the numbers of players, actually in the very healthy number of oil and gas players in the Malaysian oil and gas industry. And during the conference itself, at the working group discussion, it will be discussed on how we can address the shortage of local talent in the local oil and gas industry.
And in terms of competitiveness of local companies, right? How do you see, because in the oil and gas sector itself is very competitive. A lot of players, regional and also international players. In terms of local, how do you see it in terms of our local companies' competitive edge in the region itself? Because there are a lot of opportunities in the region, right?
Okay. Well, I think MOGSEC is a fantastic place for local players to showcase themselves, and the fact that we have so many local players, and even more, we have 30% more than the first time. It actually shows the healthy number of local players, and for me, it's an indication how competitive we can be. I mean, there is competition amongst all of us, obviously, and obviously, if you want to make Malaysia the regional base, we have also to be competitive across the region and other oil and gas, active oil and gas regions around the world as well. So the fact that there are players here and we are still a growing industry it shows to me that we can be competitive where we need to be.
In terms of numbers of participants, in terms of the trend of the players itself compared to the previous MOGSEC, right? How do you see the difference in terms of numbers, participation, and what sort of trends or topics will be discussed this time around in terms of new challenges?
Well, I think for us, what we want MOGSEC to show is the technology that's currently available from Malaysian-based players. So our aim is to provide a platform for that to be showcased. The actual numbers of exhibitors, obviously the bigger the show, the more likely we're going to get more visitors, because don't forget, exhibitors do their own marketing. They don't just rely on the organizer. So the fact that MOGSEC has grown by almost 30%, it gives you some indication of the vibrancy of the local market. There are more and more players moving into the oil and gas sector, actually from other sectors moving into oil and gas. So we're seeing that trend, and so we just want MOGSEC to showcase the reflection of the Malaysian market at any point in time. And generally, an exhibition grows when a market's dynamic and vibrant, and our exhibition is currently mirroring that trend. And we want everybody to have a great show.
Right.
I think to add to that as well, I think the conference part, which is normally it doesn't happen this way, where the local players actually get together and form and discuss, pick the topics, and they among themselves, will get together to address the challenges. And I think it's very unique, and I think because of this, it actually showcased also the maturity of and the capability of the Malaysian players. Because when you're able to sit down together and discuss key challenges that you face in industry, means that you're able to actually address the technology and all the other issues relating to the industry sector.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for being with us at this time. That's all the time we have discussing about the MOGSEC 2014. Good luck with the MOGSEC.